YouTube, this is Amy from Lucky Ducky Reborn Nursery, and we had to dig through my closet for some more yarn, and I found my son Ian's box of goodies, and I thought I would share it because I know I love baby stuff, and I thought there was people out there that loved it too. It may take a couple videos, and I'm not sure if you knew, Lincoln is named after our angel baby, Joseph, who was born about a year before Ian, and they were both micro preemies. So Ian, my son that's 15 now, he was 1 pound 14 ounces when he was born, and so he was a tiny little guy. He spent 3 months in the hospital, so I have some of his stuff here from the hospital too. And I was just going to show you a picture of him when he was in the hospital. It says, "See how big I am? 3 pounds. Ian, 1 month old. June 29th, 1999. There he is on the scale. And he had a CPAP on. And he's really tiny. And then here's another picture of him in the hospital after he got his CPAP off. He was just on oxygen. He even had little chubby cheeks. So anyway, by the time he got out of the hospital, he wasn't wearing preemie. He was wearing newborn and 0 to 3. And so we didn't have much for preemie, even though he was so little. He was 6 pounds by the time he came home. So anyway, these are just the little things I got. Little socks he had. A little tiny, I gotta show you this one here. Oh, Sally's gonna howl. Little blue socks. You have to hear Sally. And little booties. And I don't know if any of you have had preemies, but this was what they put on him. So this went around his midsection to hold down his electrodes for his monitor, for his heart monitor. So he actually came home with a heart monitor. And then this is one of his little bottles. And it says, "I can't believe I ate the whole thing." And then it marks off that he was at about 43 cc's or milliliters. So that was cool. And he had to, every time he'd gain weight, he'd have to eat a little bit more. He had to eat so much before he could come home. Anyway, then this is his little blood pressure cuff. And that went on his little leg. I can't even remember now. I guess he is 15. I can't remember everything. And then this little bear we had in his, you've got a squeaker still. It's a little yellow. But we had this in his incubator, even when he was just tiny. And then we also had this little wormy thing. And we did pictures of him each, a few weeks next to these animals so we could tell how little he was. And then here's some big preemie diapers. He kind of came home with these, or newborn ones, I think. These ones he used in the hospital. They gave us a few. And then these are his first diapers. Aren't they so tiny? They look big on this. We could hold it up to a shoe, a baby shoe. See, that's how little it is. It's kind of hard to tell. And then he even had these little socks that look like tennis shoes way back in 1999. And he had these little shoes. And then, here's his little hat. It's got a little pom-pom. That swallowed him at first. Then this is the little thing that held on his CPAP. So this went over his head. And you can kind of see that compared to like a hat, how little it is. And that was like, they had different sizes, and the color at the top was the different sizes. And then here's some hats. This is a little tiny, I put hats on my kids because I was worried about ear infections and stuff, and him being so little, he had to be protected that first year for sure. Here's a bigger hat. And we like trains. Is that bib? I think this is a Carter's bib. Oh, it's Gymboree. It still has the tag on it. Must not use that one too much. This one's Little Tool Man. Thought that was cute. And here's a little Gymboree hat. I remember when Gymboree was like this, primary colors like this. It had little flaps. And then this one is going to fit Lincoln. It's tiny. And it had a little romper with it, but I cannot, it's not in this bin, so who knows where it is. And then here's a cute bird cloth. My mom had gotten that at a craft show, I think. Well, I'm going to do a part 2 of the clothes, because I just think it's fun looking at all these old baby clothes. So we'll be back with part 2. Thanks. Bye.